Welcome to Landria, Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears. We don't have to dismantle it, we break through it. Oh, Mr. Kitty just showed up. Hello, little coo baby. Ah, he's talking. What do you have to say this morning? Are you struggling? I think we should talk about struggle. Do you know why you struggle? Do you know what struggle is? Well, you probably know what struggle is. Do you know why you struggle? I do. Oh, here he comes. The child needs attention. So, telling you, he does sound asleep until I put the video camera on, and then he's around. He's going to probably start making noises. All right, I'm going to take a sip of coffee early Sunday morning here in Atlanta. It's beautiful. So I wanted to shoot some of these videos because I think about what's going on out there, and I know that the only thing that stops this whole planet from really being at peace is struggle based on fear, based on beliefs that create thoughts that create struggle, which is feelings, right? Hold on. So we're not even going to go into fear because those are all my courses that I'm putting together, which hopefully by the time you see this, at some point they will be done. I've been seeing that for a while now. I've been really working on them. Like, I keep getting more and more information. Sometimes I just need to cut it off and then do another course. But it's so complex yet so simple. It's complex because we make it complex, and we have all these thoughts, and we break everything down, and because everything's so real to us. And our reality is based on those beliefs and those thoughts, so we create all these stories. And it's not really true, because truth is the same for everyone, right? Love is the source. That's the truth. That's the same for everyone, right? Whether you believe it or not. But if you believe something about a situation and I believe something completely different, it's not the truth. It's just what we believe. So, which means the good part about that is you can change it. If it's true, this is porcelain. Well, I mean, let's not go into, the fantastic abilities that you have, but we all know that you're not going to make this a paper cup. It's porcelain. So in the real world of Earth, this is a porcelain cup, and we all see a porcelain cup. Now, if you see something as a threat, or you see something as painful, or you see something as that you don't want, and you battle it, that's struggle. Why? It's a situation that you don't desire, yet you created it. But we don't believe that. We think somehow it has come along for whatever reason, and that, it shouldn't be that way. And that's what struggle is. That's all it is. It's a situation that you believe should be different. So we battle it. We don't go along with it. Why? Because it's painful. It's something we don't want. Hold on. How do we resolve this issue? Well, the obvious solution is you stop battling what the situation is and accept it. That's not the answer most people want to hear, because they want to just make it go away. There's a reason why there's a certain situation that's undesirable has come to you. It is a positive opportunity for you to change it, to change the patterns, the beliefs, the thinking that you've been doing. So it is absolutely just the universe saying, here's the result of what you've been believing and thinking and going along with. This is the result. Here's your opportunity to change it. Instead, we go, no, not thinking, hey, I'm the one that did all these things and believed things or whatever that got me here, or chose certain things to get me to this situation, which we're supposed to be benefiting from, right? It's growth and learning and expansion. But then we get there and we go, no, and then we don't change our thinking. We don't change our patterns. We want to fix it. We usually want somebody else to fix it for us. That's usually what we do. We run to other people to give us the money and the things and whatever, but we're not changing how we're behaving. We're not changing the pattern behind the result. And then we wonder why, well, I don't have money, consistently, or I struggle with weight consistently or whatever. And if you're not looking at what's behind all of this, you're going to struggle to fight it because you don't believe it should be that way and not finding the value in it. That is a turning point. This is your opportunity to absolutely go to that next frequency. What is that? You get rid of, there's no lack up there. There's no lack, there's no struggle, there's no wonder. Well, sometimes we struggle on higher frequencies because once again, we get new things that surprise us, but then we deal with them easier because you recognize it quicker and you go, ooh, there it is. Okay, I'm not going to behave in the usual way with the usual triggers. I'm going to do this, or I'm going to meditate on this, I'm going to release this, or I'm going to change that thinking, or I'm going to, do something different, make some other action. When you go to higher frequency, you're more aware of that. It will continue to show up. It is part of your energy, and it is part of the collective. It's part of what you've been doing up to this point, so sometimes it'll continually show up. Sometimes it's a test. I don't really believe in the tests. I believe in the universe is just giving you the opportunity to get exactly what you want. So if you want money and you don't have it, and you get challenged with something really devastating that really puts your back up against the wall, the universe just gave you that opportunity to get the money. It's like saying, okay, you want the money? Boom. You see what's going on? This is what you've been doing results in. If you don't like it, here it is. It's right here. Change me, change me. But people don't. They go, ah, and when you fight it, that's struggle. This battle between that opportunity and me not wanting to go into it is the struggle. When you stop that and you go, okay, it loses its power. And it stops being a threatening situation. All of a sudden, it's an awesome turning point for growth. I can remember almost being like euphoric in the most dire of circumstances because it was I knew it was a turning point, and it was like such a huge release for me. It's like, oh my God, I'm not going to have to do this anymore because now I've hit this, wall where huge change has to happen. And I knew that I was going to have to do it and wanted to do it because I didn't want to go in that space anymore. I had to make the change or do whatever it is. One of them was moving down here. I was supposed to be in Atlanta. I didn't even know I had never even heard of Atlanta. I knew it was a city. I didn't know the first thing about it. I thought it was like some podunk, town in the mountains with people missing their teeth and marrying their cousins. It's so not what Atlanta is. Atlanta is a very super cosmopolitan city. It's like unbelievable. But I didn't know anything about it. I had worked in San Francisco and New York. I was trying to move to San Francisco or New York, and that never came about. Why is that? Hold on. That was not my destiny. Have you ever noticed? Sometimes you want things, and then it's not working out, not gonna work, and then you're gonna make it work. And it doesn't work out. Because then we're not opening ourselves up to what we're supposed to be. What we want from that city I wanted to move to, I now have here. But I didn't even know this existed, nor would I have pursued it. I had multiple friends up in Michigan telling me I need to move to Atlanta. I'm like, why? You need to move there, you need to move there. So I really got pushed. 9/11 happened, that really affected my investment banking. I had one of my best friends die right after that. As a result of that, some depression and some things that were going on there. It rocked my world. I wasn't going to New York anymore because everything had sort of come to a screeching halt. And so I realized, wait a minute, this is my opportunity. Nothing's holding me here. And I sold my house, packed up my doggies, and came south to a city that I didn't know the first thing about. I literally Couldn't even find my way around here. I didn't know one person, not one person. Isn't that amazing? I met a wonderful person. I was having lunch in a bar with another investment banker. And this gal was sitting next to me. I started talking to her. She was fabulous. We struck up a friendship. She was so awesome. And we had a blast. I ended up having this friend that guided me here. And so everything unfolded the way it was supposed to. I went with it. I didn't say, I have to move to San Francisco. I'm going to make this work. It was like, I don't know why, but it's not working. Here's Atlanta. I just went. So if you think, oh, well, I can't do that, you know, I have obligations or this, that, then you do. Then that's what you believe in. You create that reality. And then there's going to be struggle there. Why? Because you're battling what you want to be happier and abundant. You're getting it. You're getting the opportunity. So this thing that you're staying with or you think you can't get out of is going to turn into a lesson, a message to you that you need to give it up. So then you'll go into this learning situation that's going to be very unpleasant. Relationships, jobs, all this stuff. It's going to say, you need to make a change. You wanted to be happy. We're giving you, the universe just doesn't judge. It's just giving directives. You wanted change. Here it is. Here it is. You lose the job. You lose the relationship. Something else happens, health or whatever. It's like, what are you going to do? You have to make the change. Why do we struggle with that? We battle all of these opportunities. We call it bad. I don't want it. Want it. And then people, I know I'm going to get some comments. Wait a minute, then we're focusing on negative. No, you're not. You're focusing on the positive. When you battle something and you see it as negative, your focus is on that thing in a negative frequency. So you're actually fueling the thing that you don't want. That's focus. So you're actually so focused on the thing you don't want. You think about it, you worry about it. You're actually sending the universe all these negative messages about the thing. You're not going, okay, it's not a threat to me. I'm in this situation. What do I need to do? And then the universe sends you those answers. Oh, we're not going, I hate this. I don't want to be in it. I'm going to worry. The universe is going, okay. You run into somebody and they go, hey, I need a person to manage my blah, blah, blah. And you go, oh my God, I just lost my job. Because now you're open and you're not focused and you're all consumed in this thing that you don't want. You're going, okay, what's supposed to open up here? What am I supposed to do? Ow, I don't want to move, or I don't want to, lose this relationship, or I don't want to lose that job or whatever. But I guarantee you it's going to take you to something so awesome. Stuff happened to me. My whole family died, right? Boom, 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 including my dog. My dog died. He was old, though. Very suddenly. My mother, my dad, and my brother died very suddenly. My dog, I knew, was probably going to go. No shocker there. And I was holding the paw of my pet and holding him while he died. I was holding my dad's hand the moment he took his last breath. I got to experience something pretty damn powerful. And it really, really opened up my way of, looking at change. And I'm a person that I'm almost addicted to change. I love it. I love to try new things. I'm not afraid of that. But I realized the world looked a little bit different after that, because I thought, I need to accelerate my accepting of certain situations and see where it takes me. And that's why I quit investment banking, and then my world has rocked since then. And I had an awesome life. So sometimes you have to give up things that appear to be good for you. But if you get stuck in them and you're not expanding and progressing, there will be suffering at some point. And you're like, for me, it was like, I'm just not loving this anymore. Why am I always struggling to get new clients, struggling to get them to pay, struggling to get my money back from people that, owe me. It was just constant struggle. I'm like, because it's not working. How many times do I have to struggle before I figure out it's just not working? I need to get out of this. If I don't want those situations, then I have to take some other step to get out of it. End of story. That's it. So what are you going to do? Are you going to stop struggling? Are you going to say, okay, well, Landria, help me. I'm blah, blah. You're struggling. Embrace it. I don't like this feeling. You don't like the feeling anyways, right? It's not like, well, I'm going into feeling bad. You're already feeling bad. In fact, you're feeling worse because you're struggling. You're fighting it. I told you, like fear. Ah, and you're going, no, it's going, yes. You're like, and then you go, okay. And it's going, oh, there's nobody to talk to anymore, right? I'm going to go off in the corner here and sit for a while because you're not listening to me. You stop listening to the chat. You just stop listening to the garbage. And you go, okay, what am I supposed to get from this? What changes do I need to make? Because I created this situation. I somehow facilitated it. I either went along with certain things, believed certain things. You cannot blame other people. If you married the jerk, worked for the jerk, your parents were the jerk, you absolutely orchestrated that on some level. I know the parents, people will go, I didn't pick my parents. Yes, you did. Start taking responsibility for everything. You know what that's going to do for you? Totally empower you. Man, you're going to have power when you go, I did this. Why did I do that? I'm supposed to be loving and forgiving because maybe in another lifetime, I was the jerk. And now I got it back. Didn't feel so good. Now I know what it feels like firsthand. Why don't I forgive the jerks? Because in the last lifetime, I wasn't forgiven. So now I'm going to do it because that needs to be done. Now, you don't have those answers. You don't know where this comes from. Doesn't matter. Always go to the higher frequency. You will resolve whatever it was, the reason why you're supposed to be there. You don't need to know exactly why you set yourself up for this stuff. You know, if you're in a bad situation now, financially, relationships, whatever, you know that you, in this lifetime, did it. You did it. You made decisions along the way. Whether you were unconscious at the time or unknowing or naive, it doesn't matter. You're still going to learn. Once you learn, you can make better decisions and change it all, right? We all make bad decisions. It's not really bad. It's just we're naive. We're learning. We're experiencing things here as humans. It's not easy to be human. It's a totally different ballgame. We're not using the powers that we have here in this dense planet because the rules changed. We have them. But if you used those powers, you wouldn't get to experience the things that we're doing here that are so powerful that raises the frequency of you, the planet, everyone, the universe. It contributes. So go into it. Go into it. Don't struggle with it and say, I'm here. Okay, now what? I get to change this. What is it I really want? I don't want to be broke. I don't want to be in a bad relationship. I don't want to be disrespected. How do I do that? I raise my frequency and I go into that space where there is no lack. There is no disrespect. There is no suffering or ill health. Let's go into that. Even if it's poor health, you might say, I'm supposed to learn something from this. Let's go into it. Wow, when you go into it, the pain subsides. It's really not that big of a deal anymore. When you struggle with it, you focus on the negative and you fuel it. Can you end the struggle? Yes, you can. Go into it. That is not you accepting it as that's you accepting that it is a learning experience for growth to go up to the higher thing that you want. It's not accepting this is where I'm supposed to be and stay. It's accepting that you somehow got yourself there or accepted it or was supposed to, and the universe is giving you the opportunity for change. That's the acceptance of the lesson. That's all it is. And when you stop struggling it loses its power and becomes something positive that's going to elevate you. Wow, powerful growth opportunity, powerful transformation. For me, powerful, powerful. I went into totally different life that I'm living. Completely different life. It was like, wow, so different from what I was doing. And I've become somebody that I always was capable of being, was supposed to be. But I had to live that other life first, and it was wonderful. But now I'm living my life mission, and it's even more abundant than ever. I don't struggle for that. And when I find myself in that situation or worry shows up or whatever, I realize that I'm still in control, and I have the ability to change anything. If there's something I don't like and I don't want to do it or whatever, then I say, okay, I need to focus on the things that I do love and make that change. That's a pretty simple decision to make. People don't take action. If you're not taking action, then we can't help you. Nobody can help you. It's your responsibility. All of it. All of it. And everybody else along the way that is part of your energy will help you. The universe will send you everything you need. But when you get that person that shows up, like people get a hold of me, they want me to solve their problems. They're not in control. I can't help somebody who's not in control. I'll help somebody who's really making the effort. And don't be naive with yourself. Don't tell yourself that it's somebody else is stopping you from being everything you want to be. You have got to go after it. And you have to be relentless. You have to do it and not allow it to stop you. I'm not talking about putting yourself in some physical harm or anything stupid. There's always a way. And somebody tells me, I couldn't do this or I couldn't do that. I say, baloney. There's always a way to change your situation. And most of it starts right here and here. What am I believing and thinking? You turn the situation around. That person will show up. Let's not go into the child slavery and all this. Okay, yeah, I'm talking about you right now. That's a completely different conversation. It's much more in depth, but the rules still apply. The people that are involved are still experiencing things that they're supposed to experience. And the help will come, and the breakthroughs will come. All of that is part of the evolution of the planet. It is all going to go back to what we're supposed to be, and that is the one. It will happen. It's all going to happen. So don't stress out about that. Be the helping force when you can, but right now, end your struggle. It's going to be one of the toughest things you have to do is embrace a situation you don't like. But that's how you're going to change it. It is your opportunity. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. You hold that power. It's unlimited. Namaste.